The girl says to the guy, "Let's forget what happened last night. You snored so much that I'll never be able to forget it." Johnny came home and tells, "I stepped on a woman's foot, apologized, and she gave me candy for it. And then what did you do? I stepped on it again." A warship passed by a small island in the ocean on which a bearded man is shouting something, desperately waving his arms. "Who is this?" the tailor asks the captain. "I have no idea. Every year when we walk through here, he goes crazy like that." A monkey, seeing a tiger processing clothes with a file, asks him, "Tiger, what are you doing?" "Sharpening my clothes to show the lion who the real king of the beast is." "Who? You? Oh, don't make me laugh. You will see how I'll make it." The monkey immediately runs to the lion and tells him what the tiger is up to. The lion, outraged by such insolence, goes to the tiger and, finding him doing the same thing, asks, "So what do you do now, striped schmuck?" Just like that, manicure." The lesson at school is already coming to the end when Johnny noisily barges into the classroom. The teacher: "Johnny, why are you so late?" Johnny: "You see, I went out of the house to school and there was such a blizzard on the street, such a blizzard. I took a step forward and I was thrown 2 steps back. I took a step forward and I was thrown 2 steps back." The teacher: "Wait, if you took a step forward and you were thrown 2 steps back, then how did you even get to school?" Johnny: "Well, I looked, there is such a blizzard. I spat on everything and went home." A guy walks into a bar, orders a whiskey. "How much is it?" $3. The man takes $3 out of his pocket, he puts one on the counter in the front of the bartender, then goes to the left end of the counter, puts the second one there, then goes to the right end of the corner, puts the third one there. The bartender, cursing softly, goes right and left and takes the money. The next day the same guy comes again, orders a glass of whiskey again, and puts the dollars in different ends of the counter again. The bartender is angry, but he goes for the money. The pattern repeats itself day after day, and one day a guy orders whiskey, takes a glass, rummages in his pocket and pulls out a $5 bill. The bartender quickly takes it, smiles vindictively, takes out $2 in change, goes to the left end of the counter, puts $1 there, then goes to the right end and puts the second one there. Then he returns and gloats at the man. The man phlegmatically drinks whiskey, pulls out $1 from his pocket, puts it in front of him and says, "I think I'll order one more whiskey." The newly appointed commander of the military unit inspected his new possessions. On the parade ground he saw a soldier standing guard near a bench. "What are you doing, soldier?" the colonel asked. "I'm on duty, guarding the bench," the soldier replied. "But why?" "I don't know, your predecessor also introduced this post and we always guard this bench, probably it is a tradition." Realizing that the situation was becoming unclear, the colonel decided to call his predecessor, especially since they were well acquainted. "Hi Jim, what is that post near the bench on the parade ground?" "To be honest, Mike, I don't even know what kind of post it is. My predecessor, Colonel Smith, also issued this decree and I just continued this tradition." Wanting to sort out the situation, Mike decided to continue the investigation and called further down the chain. The whole chain, as it turned out, contained 6 people, and Mike eventually got through to the last one, General Jones, who was already under 90 years old. "Sir, this is Colonel Mike Thomas, and I was recently appointed commander of a military unit in the town of Biloxi. There is a post there that you established almost 50 years ago to guard the bench. Can you tell me for what purpose?" "I didn't understand," the general replied. "The paint on the bench hasn't dried yet?" Little Johnny asks his parents, who are with him in the car, "What time is it?" They tell him, "Look at your phone." And in response to the fact that he forgot it at home, they persistently explain in 2 voices that when leaving the house it is necessary to take the phone, keys and money. "I'm going with you," the son tries to justify himself. "So what?" parents retort. "And if we stop at the store and you get lost there, you won't be able to call, you won't get home by bus without money, you won't get into the apartment without keys. And what if there is an earthquake or flood?" After prolonged parental notation, an additional question follows. "Well, what conclusions did you draw from our conversation?" Johnny sadly: "I shouldn't have asked you about the time." A guy asks a lawyer about his fees. "I charge $50 for 3 questions, the lawyer says. "That's awfully steep, isn't it?" the guy asks. "Yes, I suppose so," the lawyer replies. "Now what's your final question?" An MIT linguistics professor was lecturing his class the other day. In English, he said, a double negative forms a positive. However, in some languages such as Russian, a double negative remains a negative, but there isn't a single language, not one, in which a double positive can express a negative. A voice from the back of the room said, "Yeah, right?" Little Johnny's mother explains to him what a herd is. The next day she asks, "When there are a lot of cows or sheep, what is it?" Johnny thought for a moment. "Is it a school?" Johnny's mom gave birth to twins, and Johnny's dad says, "Tell the teacher that you will not go to school for a week and explain why." The next day Johnny returns from school and his father asks him, "Well, what did the teacher tell you?" "She congratulated our family on the birth of a child." Father in an angry tone, "A child? Why didn't you tell her that we had twins?" "I saved the second for next week." The dragon caught an Englishman, a Frenchman, and a Russian, led them to the abyss and said, "Whoever of you throws his thing into the abyss and I will not find it will remain alive. The rest will be eaten." The Englishman came up first, took off his shoe and threw it. The dragon flew down and returned with the loot after 15 minutes, after which the Englishman was eaten. The Frenchman came next. He took the wedding ring off his finger and threw it. The dragon searched for 30 minutes, found and ate the Frenchman. It was the Russian's turn. He walked up to the abyss, took off his pants and farted heartily. The dragon immediately darted down. After 3 hours he returned all red. "What did you throw there? I didn't find anything, but the stench is complete." Johnny and his mom are shopping at the grocery store. The owner, seeing the cute boy, turned to him. "Get yourself some fresh cherries. They've just arrived. Look how ripe and delicious they are." But Johnny didn't even move. "Don't you like cherries?" the owner asked him. "I love them," Johnny replied. Then the owner himself gathered handfuls of cherries and poured them into Johnny's cap. When they left the store, Mom asked Johnny, "Why didn't you take the cherries right away when the owner offered you?" "Because his hands are much bigger than mine." An American, a German, and a Russian went to hell. American: "What a horror here." German: "What a nightmare here." Russian: "Yes, it really sucks, but not worse than in our country." If you need to do something, call the Chinese. If you need to do something impossible, call the Russians. If you need it to work, call the Germans. And the Americans? You don't need to call the Americans, they come by themselves. Teacher: "Little Johnny, how do you spell elephant?" Little Johnny: E-L-E-F-A-N-T. Teacher: "No, Johnny, that is incorrect." Johnny: "Maybe it is wrong, miss, but you asked how I spell it." Teacher: "Johnny, I want you to say a sentence that begins with the letter I." Little Johnny: "I is..." Teacher interrupts. "No, Johnny, always say I am." Little Johnny: "Okay, miss, I am the 9th letter of the alphabet."